Late Show. Folks, my guest tonight is an Emmy and Peabody Award-winning comedian you know from Key and Peele. He now stars in the Apple TV Plus show, Schmigadoon.
Did that. Can we please go now?
Already?
You know how much I hate musicals. People don't just burst into song in real life.
Well, you seem okay with magical hammers that come back when you call them.
That's totally different. Thor is the god of thunder, and of course, Milner comes back when he calls.
Howdy, folks!
Oh, no. Please do not make me interact with the performers. You know how much I hate the... Hey, Mr. Mayor.
Please welcome back to The Late Show, Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh my God, that feels so good.
A live audience.
A live audience.
Have you been in front of a live audience? 15 months?
Have I been in front of a live audience in 15 months? I was just backstage with the showrunner, and I was like, oh gosh, no, oh wait, Saturday Night Live. I did Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And I guess yes.
Generally a live
audience. Yes, generally a live audience, yes.
But there are very few people I know who
it's been
as at home in front of a live audience as you.
We have been in an audience desert, if you will, yes.
Yeah.
And it feels so good to feel this energy coming from you guys. It's unbelievable. Oh. It's
not only from these people, but such attractive people.
I mean, yeah, it's a really. Put it right there. Put it in there. Put it in there. There we go.
Put that milk in there. Give it. Look at your brother.
That's still
There you go. There you go. Milk it.
And then if I shake it up a little bit, pasteurize it, and then we'll,
No, here's the one thing I know. I interrupted you. You were going to say something. One of the things that I found over the last 15 months, as you know, because we continue to do the show the entire time. We did not stop at any point doing the show. And I asked, they said you can. And is that I got to spend a lot more time with my lovely wife, and your lovely wife, Elle. I know you guys work together.
Yes.
I had never had that experience before of working together with my wife. You guys did a ton of stuff over break together.
We did.
I mean, over the COVID.
Over COVID, yeah. We created a podcast for Audible called The History of Sketch Comedy. And Elle was, my wife's a very industrious person. She was just sitting around and she's like, why don't we just create an entire podcast which just gives a history of a particular aspect of comedy. And she writes so much of the jokes, so much of the material that I do. Mm-hmm. And so she gets very excited. Like if I laugh, if she really gets me, then she's like, oh, okay, we're keeping that one. And
well, that's how I feel about Evie. If I can make her laugh, I'm like, well, you guys are great. But if I can make Evie laugh, then no, I've done something special.
So we created that over COVID, and at one point in time, I remember as Elle was putting it together, she was saying at one point in time, I go, well, this would be great. We do this thing here with Monty Python, and we could talk about Second C here, and we'll do some clips here. And she goes, oh no clips. You're going to do all the voices. And I was like, that's a great idea. And
so you perform the sketches?
I just performed the sketches, yeah.
Did you anything you learn about the history of sketch comedy that surprised you? Or something you didn't know, like, oh, that's so obvious.
Something that I didn't know that I thought was very interesting is the experience that we're having right now is part of variety entertainment from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So vaudeville and burlesque and those old variety forms of entertainment are what spawned this, what late night. Because if you think, this very theater is one of the most famous shows in television history, right? We think about Ed Sullivan, right? Ed Sullivan Theater. And what's
also Kate and Allie was shot here, so that's not.
Look what you just did. You just made the connection. Jane Curtin, star of Kate and Alley, also star of Saturday Night Live, a piece of variety entertainment.
Wow.
But I learned that that when you used to watch the Ed Sullivan Show, of course, you know, there was like dancing bears and bowls
plate spinners,
plate spinners, and then, you know, really good show and the music, and this guy's gonna eat some flames. You know what I mean? And so that comes from hundreds and hundreds of years old tradition of variety entertainment.
The thing I liked about the Ed Sullivan Show and the idea of the old variety circuit, or the old Orpheum Pantages circuit and all that kind of stuff, is that guy you're seeing on stage has got an act he's been working on for 25 years.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing he does with those plates.
Yeah. By the time he gets to you, that thing is perfect. That act is perfect.
Right.
You've never seen anybody swallow fire like this guy.
But now with television, the act has to change all the time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Because everybody's seen it. The thing is, if you started a super cool act with your trick dogs or your flea circus in Tacoma, Washington, nobody's seen the act in Dayton, Ohio. But here you do one act and everybody sees it that same night.
Have you ever been jealous as a comedian of musicians? No offense. And here's the thing. Is that musicians, to me, are magicians. Like how they affect our hearts and change our lives from a distance, I don't know. But you can go play a beautiful song, and the next night, that audience goes, play that song again.
Yeah.
No one wants to see
the sketch
you don't want the same joke.
No, they do
not. You have to do a whole new joke
You gotta write a whole new joke, yeah. You gotta write a whole new joke.
Yeah, we like that AA Ron thing. Do something different
else,
this time. So jealous. So jealous.
I gotta make fun of a brand new name all the time, yeah.
Now, okay, so the new show is Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon.
Give me the Filbert nutshell of this.
Okay, so Schmigadoon is about a couple named Josh and Melissa. And what happens is their relationship is in a rut. So they go on this hiking vacation, and in the middle of the vacation, they get lost in the woods, and they come across this small town, and they realize that the town is stuck in a 1940s musical. And they cannot leave the town until they find true love. And that's the plot of Schmigadoon. Schmigadoon! Yeah.
Now, your character, and from the song the clip, your character apparently does not enjoy musicals.
Hates musicals, doesn't get them, doesn't like them, doesn't vibe with them, hates them.
What about you?
Hardest acting job I've ever had to do in my career. I love musicals. This is me every... Cut! What, Barry? Keegan, but you can't dance to the music. You hate it. Remember that the wonderful Barry Sonnenfeld, who directed the Men in Black movies, directed this thing, and it has this beautiful musical and magical look to it. But I couldn't, I'd just be tapping my foot and just like this, like, stop, stop.
Do you have a favorite musical?
I do. I have two really favorite musicals. One is Sweeney Todd, by Stephen Colbert. I love Sweeney Todd.
Women.
Yeah. Sure. The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Yes. And then Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. Love Oklahoma.
Wow.
Oklahoma.
You got to have pipes for Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, Oklahoma's a tough one. Oklahoma's a tough one. And I auditioned with the song Oklahoma when I was in high school. And I auditioned with the song Oklahoma, and I got cast as the lead in Godspell from that audition.
Oh, really?
And I remember I was standing singing the song, and the assistant director, you know when you get like, oh, Oklahoma every night, my honey lamb and I, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna jump over the chair, into the chair, next to Mrs., I can't remember her name, but she was the assistant director, and I jumped into the chair, her papers flew all over the place. But it made a big splash, because I got the lead in Godspell. I got to play Jesus in Godspell.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
I forgot who the lead was in that. I forgot who the lead was in Godspell.
I got to play the lead in Godspell. it's Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was something
Yeah.
else.
Well, you get to use use your pipes in this too? Do you sing in this musical?
I do.
I don't want,
sing.
no spoilers.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's leave it there. I'm being waved off. I'm being waved off by the third base coach about asking you about singing.
6 publicists just came out.
We have to take a break, my friend, but please do not go. We'll be right back with more Mr. Keegan-Michael Key.